Hey guys! So today I'm going to do pretty much a short sweet review of the Maybelline Blushed Nudes palette. I know that the original Nudes palette and the Smoky palette and the Neon palette, they're all kind of like eh. Like they were kind of buildable, they were kind of okay, just kind of eh. But I decided to give this one a shot anyway because it has all these beautiful rosy gold tones. So this is what the colors look like. And I will say that these two on the end here are my favorites. They are very nicely pigmented, they're kind of metallic-y, I really like them. So let's get into the swatches. So I pretty much did them, I went down the top row and then I went down the bottom row. But here you have kind of the really super light creamy color, then a light pink, then you have kind of a almost metallic-y, kind of peachy toned color. This one is matte, and it is actually a really nice kind of like transition shade. It makes it pretty easy to blend out other colors. Then we have the two I was talking about that are my favorites in this palette. They have this nice metallicness to them. One is kind of a rosy gold color, and the other one is kind of a berry type color. Then on the bottom row, this shade is kind of silvery looking, but it doesn't really show up that well. I'm sure it's not showing up that well on camera. It is also not showing up that well on my skin because it's pretty much the same color. Then there is this really pretty kind of brown shade. This one is definitely kind of a warmer shade. It goes on fairly pigmented. It's one of the better ones in the bottom row. And then we have another shade that's just kind of a nice browny color. It looks really dark in the palette, but it's not as pigmented as it looks. Same with the last two. These bottom three really are not that pigmented. They're kind of misses just color-wise. When you look in the palette, you expect them to be very nice dark shades, and while they are buildable, they are not as pigmented as I would like them to be. So as you can see, hopefully you can tell by the swatches, some colors are hits, some colors are misses. It is actually a fairly easy palette to work with. All the colors did blend out really nicely when I used them on my look today. So I was happy with the look that I achieved, so I can't say that I dislike this palette. But, I mean, it's not the best. I do think that the Loreal ones that just came out are actually a lot better in quality-wise. I think they're a little bit more expensive, but they're definitely worth the money. This one's only $10, so, I mean, it's not that big of a chunk of change when you're considering how much palettes normally cost. But it's still, it's one of those that's got, it's got some hits, it's got some misses. I will say it's usable, it's buildable. There are just some colors in here that I just don't see myself using. While there are other colors I will probably eventually hit pan on because I like them so much. So am I going to recommend you buying this? If you have other palettes that have rosier type colors, probably not. Honestly, I think the Revealed 2 from Coastal Scents is better. You have more colors, they have a lot better pigmentation, there's very few misses in this palette. Honestly, I really love it. So, honestly, if I was going to spend the money on a rosy palette from, you know, the drugstore prices, I would go with the Coastal Scents one. That's just my personal opinion, but I do think that this one is more bang for your buck, and the colors are a lot less hit and miss. I hope you enjoyed this review and swatches of the Blushed Nudes palette by Maybelline. If you have any questions, if I didn't hit on anything, let me know in the comments below. There will be a video going up very soon on the look that I am wearing, that I did with this, so that you can see exactly how it applies and exactly how it wears. And yeah, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps me immensely. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye!